Hello everyone, this is Nick and welcome to my new addiction, Deep Rock Galactic. Deep Rock Galactic is a multiplayer co-op game where you play as one of a choice of 4 classes of dwarf that can perform unique and diverse roles to fulfill your ultimate goal. Mine a bunch of precious resources from the planet Hoxie's 4 and eliminate a bunch of bugs in the process. This game had been in early access for quite some time, well over a year, possibly even over 2 years, and only just officially launched into version 1.0 recently on the 13th of May 2020. I haven't been playing for too long, but I have noticed a relatively large influx of new people to the game since it officially launched, so I figured I'd put up a few videos on my channel to try to help people who could potentially be struggling with the game a little bit. This first video is going to be just an introductory look at the Deep Rock Galactic space rig. When I first started playing this game, I was slightly overwhelmed by all the different terminals, and it took me a few days to understand what everything was, what did what, how everything functioned, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully this video can help you out a little bit if you suffer from the same ailment I did when I first started out. When you first load into the game, or successfully come back from a mission, you appear in one of 4 bays that are uniquely decorated in different ways. Each of these bays has a character selection terminal where you can change what class you currently want to play, and a key performance indicator terminal that would display a lot of statistics for your games and allow you to claim perk points from specific mini achievements within the game. You can then use these perk points to purchase perks themselves so that you can customize the playstyle for each of your dwarf characters. Once outside of the player bays, you might notice that there's a door in the middle of them with a big red cross in a white diamond. This is the infirmary and serves no other purpose than to remind you that you failed a mission, as this is where you will spawn when this unfortunate event occurs. There seems to be no purpose to the infirmary other than rubbing the rag of humiliation in your face. Leaving the player bays and infirmary behind, you will notice a whole bunch of terminals all over the place. In the center of the space rig, you have the mission selection terminal, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's the terminal that allows you to select a mission from all the different regions of the planet Hoxie's 4. By now I cannot remember because it was a while ago, but I believe you might have to do a series of missions in the form of an assignment from the assignment board to fully unlock all of the regions with missions in them. I don't know if this has changed with the launch of version 1.0, but keep in mind that you will have to do assignments to unlock a lot of things in Deep Rock Galactic. Speaking of assignments, if we leave the mission terminal and look over here, you will notice a terminal called the assignment board. This is where you accept to do assignments to progress within the game in the form of unlocking weapons for each of your dwarves, unlocking some cosmetic sets, and unlocking promotions for each of your 4 dwarves once they hit character level 25. We will discuss promotions in another video. The assignment board and mission terminal work hand in hand, and once you have accepted an assignment, you will be able to see which specific mission you need to do to fully progress and complete said assignment, indicated by a little white and black diamond. Once you have selected the mission you would like to do, you are given choices of joining an online game with other people, hosting a private game for you and your friends, hosting a public game where randos can join you, or playing the mission solo if you would prefer to do it that way. Keep in mind that if you do play a mission solo, you will be accompanied by an all-purpose drone called Bosco that will aid you in digging for minerals, eliminating hostile alien bugs, and providing illumination in the dark places of Hoxie's 4. Even if you host a public game and start it on your own, Bosco will accompany you, but the moment a random player joins your game, Bosco will disappear and you will have to start playing together in true dwarf companionship fashion. Moving on from the mission terminal and assignment board, we go up into this section of the space rig here, where you will see a bunch of weapons and ammo sprawled about to find the equipment terminal. This is where you will be spending a lot of time with your dwarf character, fine-tuning things to fit your playstyle or the required playstyle of a specific mission. Each of your 4 dwarves will have to unlock different tiers of weapon mods, armor mods, support tool mods, and pickaxe mods as they progress individually. You will not be able to unlock a specific mod for your gunner's armor and then use that for your engineer. Each dwarf has their own unique unlocks. You will also notice that you can switch the dwarf you are currently playing from this terminal, rendering the character selection terminal on the 4 player bays quite useless. You will be able to set up 3 different loadouts for each dwarf, however, and quickly choose between them with these 3 tabs. You will also be able to select icons for each tab to have an indicator reminding you of what each loadout is. Under the horizontal loadout tab, you will notice a vertical set of tabs for your perks. These are also unique to each loadout and can be customized however you like. This is where you assign perks that you purchased from the key performance indicator terminal that we saw earlier, in the 4-player bays where you first load into the game. If you are very new to Deep Rock Galactic, you will only be able to assign one passive perk and one active perk. Over time, you will be able to purchase the first and second passive perk slots from within the perk list in the key performance indicator terminal, and you will be able to unlock the second active perk slot once you have promoted your Dwarf. The second active slot is Dwarf specific and will only be unlocked on a promoted Dwarf. If you have, for example, promoted your Gunner but not your Engineer, you will have the second active slot on your Gunner but not on your Engineer. The first and second passive slot unlocks, however, are not Dwarf specific, and they will be unlocked for all 4 of your Dwarves once you have purchased the required perk from the key performance indicator terminal. I'll go over a lot of perks and which I think are the best for certain situations and all that kind of stuff in another video. To the right of the equipment terminal is the terminal where you can customize your all-purpose drone Bosco for when you are on a solo mission. Bosco's mod tier unlocks are based on your player level, not your Dwarf character level, so it might take a little more time to get all of these unlocks, but you'll get there eventually. It doesn't take too long. I highly recommend the Mining Expert mod for the first tier, as Bosco becomes a ridiculously good miner and digger with this mod selected. On the left of the equipment terminal is the Pickaxe customization terminal, where you can customize how your pickaxe looks for each and every different loadout for each of the 4 dwarves. So there are 12 different ways that you can have your pickaxe look depending on what loadout for what class you are playing. This is purely cosmetic and has absolutely no effect on gameplay itself. Unlocking new pickaxe, skins, and paint jobs can be done several ways, all of which will be discussed not in this video. Going back to the 4-player bay doors, you will notice 2 small terminals on the walls between 2 doors on either side of the infirmary. These are the wardrobe terminals, where you can customize the appearance of your dwarves. Similar to the equipment terminal and pickaxe customization terminal, the wardrobe terminal also can be customized for all 3 loadouts for all 4 dwarves, allowing you 12 different cosmetic loadouts at any one time. This is also purely cosmetic and has no effect on gameplay unless you look so damn good that other players just bask in your glory. Then you might affect the gameplay a little bit. New cosmetics can be unlocked several ways, some of which I'm not going to talk about. The main way to unlock new cosmetics is from the next terminal we are going to talk about. Moving away from the player bay doors, going past the mission terminal, the first thing we see in all its glowing green greatness is the shop. This is where you will, over time, be able to unlock a wide array of new beards, hairstyles, hats, helmets, skin colors, hair colors, all sorts of stuff for your dwarf character. Keep in mind these cosmetics are not shared between dwarves. If you purchase a snazzy mustache for your scout, you will not freely have it for your driller, for example. You will have to purchase that same snazzy mustache for your driller if you want them to have it as well. The vast majority of these cosmetic items are locked behind player level, culminating in, I believe, the Ace of Spades cowboy hat at player level 26. I could be wrong, but from what I remember, no more cosmetic items were available from purchase from the shop after that player level. I think it was 26 or 28. Right next to the shop, we have the mineral trading terminal, where you can buy and sell minerals for credits depending on what you might require to unlock a specific thing that you are looking for. Pretty much everything you want to unlock for a character will require an amount of credits accompanied by an amount of a specific mineral or minerals. These minerals can be found all around the different biomes of Hoxie's 4 and will be credited to your account after a mission or as a reward for some assignments. These minerals are Croppa, Jadiz, Magnite, Umanite, Enor Pearl, and Bismore. Up the ramp to the left of the mineral trade terminal is possibly the best location ever devised in any game ever in the history of humanity, the Abyss Bar. The Abyss Bar is run by an all-purpose drone with a bowler hat tapped into several kegs of space beer. This is where you can come and purchase beers for up to 4 dwarves at a time that could either provide you with a benefit for your next mission or just give you a moment of good old knee-slapping fun. You will need to purchase an upgraded beer license for the majority of beers on tap, and will have to pay for each drink with some plants as payment that can be found around Hoxie's 4 as well. These 4 plants you will come across on your journeys are Malt Star, Barley Bulb, Yeast Cone, and Starch Nut. Similar to the minerals we discussed before, these plants will be credited to your account after a mission. On the other side of the Abyss Bar from the bar drone, there is a jukebox which you can turn on to play random tunes and have a dance, provided you are within or very close to the dance circle in the middle of the bar. The songs that get played are looped through the genres listed on the jukebox, so if you don't like a particular song, just turn the jukebox off and on again. The dance your dwarf performs is also selected at random every time you leave the dance circle and enter it again, so keep trying until you get one you like. At the far side of the Abyss Bar is the barrel kicking game. There isn't much more that needs to be said or detailed, just try to kick the barrel into the hoop of fire. Moving on from the bar, we have these 2 terminals at the massive window of the space rig, which are the Forge and the Deep Dive Terminal. These are terminals that are locked and unusable until you have promoted your first dwarf character, so I will not be discussing these terminals in this video. To the left of where these 2 terminals lie, you have a little elevator that takes you up to a gangway that eventually leads to the gravity recalibration button. It clearly says don't touch, so don't touch this button. Last but not least, we have the big beautiful orange drop pod suspended above a force field. This is the drop pod you walk into to start your missions. It's very simple really. Select whatever mission you want to do, walk into the drop pod, slap the dice for luck, have a seat, get ready to mine up some valuable resources, and kill some alien scum in the process. I hope you enjoyed this introductory look at the space rig in Deep Rock Galactic. If you're new to the game, I hope it helped, and I hope you stick with the game. It is a lot of fun and great to play with friends or random people alike. I'll be releasing several videos on this game, so keep an eye out for some more Deep Rock Galactic on this channel. Thank you very much for watching, and rockin' stone.